dusty red on the shoulder. I was cleaning her shoe when it clicked on the trot over in the bright morning dew. We brushed and we braided dandelions into was a mutual arrangement we both saw into. Can she walk in the fire? Can she run in the rain? Can she make it up the mountainside? Can she make it down again? I have often wondered if she'll go and jump the fence. Will she keep on moving onward or stay in what could have been? Broke my arm in December. We were riding for the thrill. We turned in the canyon to the snowbank where I fell. Even still, I remember knowing she could feel it too. Was a mutual arrangement, we both knew what to do. She had a star on her forehead that was easy to find. When I let down her bridle, saw into her hazel eyes. We had a deep understanding. Was a mutual arrangement and an honest respect. Can she walk in the fire? Can she run? Can she make it up the mountainside? Can she make it down again? I have often wondered if she'll go around the fence. Will she keep on moving onward or stay in what could have been? Will she keep on moving onward or stay in what could have been?
Welcome back to Rouse Rising, where I share with you all about holistic homemaking, lifestyle, and parenting. In today's video, we are doing a meals made from scratch meal prep, and I'm just sharing with you now a typical morning where I am making our daily loaf of bread, and I had to restock our all-purpose flour, and I also had to fresh mill some hard white wheat berries to go into this bread as well. I like the combination. I think the two together makes a wonderful crust that my children really enjoy. It makes for a nice, soft loaf. And I am fresh out of my bulk yeast, so I've been buying packets of yeast from the grocery store these last few weeks, but I'm going to pick up another bag from Azure Standard of the active dry yeast. I was just double checking these packs to make sure they were good to use in the bread machine, because I don't often use the packets of yeast, as I've always bought it in bulk. And I'm just going to make a fresh cup of coffee before we dive into this week's meal prep video. Thank you so much for joining me today for this meal prep video. I hope you feel inspired to make something new for your family this week. I'm in a bit of a meal prep rut, so if you have any suggestions or any tasty recipes you've tried recently that you'd like to share with me and the audience here at Rouse Rising, leave a comment down below and let me know what's been on your family's meal prep list. All right, I'm making breakfast this morning. We're just going to chop up these apples that the kids won't eat because they had some bruises on them. You know, people get funny these days about their fruits, their produce. So we're going to chop them up and add them to this 9-grain oatmeal. Well, this isn't oatmeal. This is 9-grain cereal from Azure Standard. And we're going to chop those up, add some cinnamon, some brown sugar, all the deliciousness, and have a yummy breakfast. And the apples aren't going to waste. All right, we always add a little bit of salt to our oatmeal and then some cinnamon to these apples to get these going. We'll add our 9-grain cereal in next. All right, and that's our breakfast this morning, the 9-grain cereal with apples, cinnamon, sugar, and butter on top. Yum, nutritious breakfast. All right, we got homemade turkey nuggets. I just add ground turkey into a bowl with a bunch of seasonings, garlic, onion, paprika, red beans, real salt, and I do the same thing with almond flour, breadcrumbs, well, not breadcrumbs, but almond flour. Add the same seasonings to that, a little bit of salt and pepper, and then shape them into nuggets. I use the scoop. They're all the same size, same amount, and then roll them in this, and then pat them flat. I'm just take it out like that. Put it over here, and just pat it into a little nugget. There you got your nuggets. You can bake these in the oven at 400 degrees for 15 minutes or 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. All right, this morning we're gonna make some frittatas, and we start out by fine grating our zucchini. If you have a garden full of zucchini, then you might wanna try out this recipe. I don't measure it exactly, I eyeball it.
24 hours later.
I said vegetable frittatas, but this isn't, I don't know if this is called a frittata or a fritter or what it is. I'm going to call it savory vegetable pancakes because essentially that's what this is. So we're starting out with 4 eggs, 1 teaspoon of Redmond's real salt. Then we're going to grate about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of pepper, depending on how much pepper you want in there. And then we're going to do about half a teaspoon of garlic, half a teaspoon of onion powder, a dash of milk in there. That's probably about 1/4 to half a cup of milk. And you can season this up any way you like. You could make it with rosemary and thyme. You could do it with more cayenne and more spice and chili pepper, things like that. But this time I'm just doing like a garlic onion flavored with a little bit of smoked paprika, maybe 1/4 to a half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. You could do about half a teaspoon of all your seasonings. In here, if you want it extra seasoned, do a full teaspoon of each of your seasonings. Next, we're gonna throw in about a cup of fine grated fresh zucchini, or you can use your freeze-dried zucchini if you've been here with me in the past. And we freeze dry up fine shredded zucchini for a variety of recipes to have throughout the winter time. So with some of the extra zucchini my friend gave me, I will be freeze drying it for future recipes. Once we have all of the wet ingredients mixed up, we're going to add 1 cup of flour and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Once we have all of that in our bowl, we're going to give it a good mix and make sure it is a thick pancake batter. Oh, I forgot. Nutritional yeast. This is going to give it a nice cheesy flavor. So I'm adding in the nutritional yeast, and we're doing about 2 tablespoons of that. Then mix it all up. Make sure it's like a thick-ish pancake batter. You don't want it super thick. You don't want it super thin, so medium. And as the zucchini gets mixed up in this recipe, it's going to release some moisture as well. So keeping that in mind, you don't want to add too much milk, but you can adjust as needed right now if you need to, but I have a really good consistency there, so I'm not adding any additional liquid to that. And you can see how thick it is here. We're just going to dab 1 tablespoon per little pancake on a preheated griddle. Make sure you turn on your griddle and you get it nice and hot before you start making any type of pancakes. And then I added a bunch of butter to my griddle, and we are just going to fry these up for a few minutes on each side. The middle of my griddle is always hotter than the outsides of my griddle, so you'll see me throw these on there, and then when I flip them, I often flip the middle first because it cooks the fastest. And on this gas stove, I have never been able to get my whole griddle heated evenly. The ends are a little bit cooler than the center, and it's just forever and always been like that. We went ahead and made a double batch of these, so you saw I made the 1 batch. Well, we had plenty more zucchini, so I made a whole nother batch. And any of the leftovers we will stick in the fridge in an airtight container to eat the next day. If I want to save these for another morning, I will put them in a Ziploc bag, remove all the air, and pop them into the freezer, and then we can just reheat in the toaster or in the air fryer. Or I just grab them out of the freezer, let them thaw, and the kids will grab them and eat them as is. They love these savory zucchini pancakes. It's one of the favorite recipes around the house, and we look forward to this time of year every year to make these delicious little fritters. The 1 tablespoon of batter makes these small enough that you can fit them in a wide mouth mason jar, and then you can use one of the air removers to remove all the air from your mason jar, and they will last for up to a week in there, possibly longer. But like I said, just go ahead and pop them in the freezer if you want to have them for another day. They are delicious. I'm still chipping away at the Every Bit Counts challenge, trying to get some things put away. So I've got some bananas that the kids just aren't going to eat through, so we are going to slice these up and freeze them for smoothies. Or if I'm feeling real fancy, I will freeze dry them for a tasty freeze-dried banana snack. We like freeze-dried bananas more than we like dehydrated bananas, because freeze-dried bananas are they're crispy, but they're not hard as rocks. They're softer to bite into, if that makes sense. They're not spongy, but they're like dried foam. I don't know if that makes sense. They're really tasty, so I'm thinking about possibly freeze drying these, but for now I'm going to go ahead and pop them in the freezer and just get them saved that way so they stop ripening. Here we've got our simple dinner. I am using some organic pasta sauce that we picked up from Costco, but to that I made some ground beef, and I guess you could call this pasta bolognese because it's a meat sauce. And then this is the rotini, the tri-colored rotini pasta that I order from Azure Standard in bulk, and it is really, really good. The kids love this kind of pasta, so it's nice to buy it in bulk. We still had some of that chicken left over, so I'm just having plain chicken with a side of rice and some roasted vegetables. And here's the rice. I always cook my rice in some amount of chicken broth. Sometimes I will add coconut milk to it or coconut cream. And then there's the air fryer roasted vegetables and the rest of the chicken that we have going here. And there's the carcass that we're going to make some broth with. And this is some chicken gravy. I cooked up a chicken in my Instant Pot, made a load of broth with the carcass, and then used some of the broth in this gravy that I made. You just make a roux, and then when you need to add your liquid to the roux, you can add your chicken broth, and it makes it real tasty. Back there in the other sauce pot, we've got our mixed vegetables, and I'm just cooking those through, and I'm going to add these mixed vegetables to my roux. Now you can cook your mixed vegetables in some broth, and that's going to infuse them with a bit of flavor, and then when you add your mixed vegetables to your gravy, you're just going to have all that flavor in there with your gravy. And you can serve this chicken vegetable gravy over top of pasta. You can serve it over top of rice, or if you like, you can serve it over top of toast. Get creative, use quinoa. What have here is a little bit of the chicken gravy. I put some salt and pepper in there, and we're going to add some poultry seasoning to it and get that mixed up. This is the coconut cream chicken broth rice, and this is the chicken vegetable gravy. And then this is how it's served up. This is what we have going on here. We've got chicken, cheese, and sweet kale. Ooh, I forgot some stuff. Here, hold this. And
Yeah, but Mom.
all right, put that on there.
Chicken.
Canned chicken
More
salad.
chicken.
Just makes
More chicken.
Squirrels!
more chicken. We gotta make sure we got enough to make everybody's.
Mom, look, there's 2 squirrels in the tree, and one just fell off.
We making burritos.
Bobo-ritos. For
Talking to the chicken. Since there's pennies in my pocket.
there's what? Pennies in your pocket?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Lucky pennies.
Lucky pennies. I know I told her to hold it up. I think her arms just got tired.
Okay, look how you did her hair. And I sent it like that.
Alright, you're good. You can.
Yeah.
Lunch of champions, Caesar salad, taco meat, and all the good stuff.
Bacon, French toast. Yeah. So you mix it.
Will you get me a fork to mix it?
Yeah. Can I help mix it?
Yep.
Can I? Yes. Me for some time.
Start mixing. Start mixing.
Wow, this is. And it's not messing down. Why can I mess this on? I think thoughts. Oh yeah, I love that. What did I did? It smells good.
Keep mixing, or we're gonna add some milk.
Stop mixing. Is that what the milk now?
That's enough. Y'all are done mixing. Thank you for your help. We gotta turn this on back up. It's gonna get hot.
Hot. Did you butter the pan?
Did I butter the pan? Not yet. I gotta cut the bread up.
This is the best. Your piglet is down there.
Hi friends, I've got a little bit of a Redmond's Real Salt haul. Some of my favorite products from Redmond's Real Salt. They make Relight, which is a hydration drink. It's loaded down with electrolytes and magnesium, chloride, sodium, potassium, calcium. Did I say magnesium? It has coconut water powder in it, and it's an excellent rehydrating drink, especially if you sweat a lot or if you exercise a lot. We've got mountain biking going on this time of year and some other activities, so we like to stay hydrated. So we've got watermelon lime. I grabbed some mango. These are new ones that we wanted to try. Lemon lime. I like lemon lime Gatorade if I'm gonna drink Gatorade in an emergency situation. I prefer lemon lime, so I thought we would get the lemon lime Relight. Now this doesn't have any artificial colors or anything like that, nothing disgusting in it. So feel the difference daily hydration makes with Redmond Relight. And it's important to put salt in your water anyways, or to make sure that you're getting enough salt so that your body's actually able to absorb the hydration or the water that you do consume. And then our favorite seasoned salt mix is this, and you can get it in bulk containers This is 32 ounces. And the last thing, I wanted to try their chili lime seasoning on some chicken, so I grabbed that as well. So that's my Redmond's Real Salt Relight Hydration Restock. Did I show you the berry? My favorite is the mixed berry, but I haven't tried any of these others yet. And they didn't have any more salty Palmer. That was a really good one, so hopefully they have that again next year, next summer. I'll load up on it then. But in the meantime, we have some other good ones to try out, and so far we've liked every flavor that we've tried. So if you're looking for a good, clean hydration drink, if you want to get rid of the Gatorades and all the junk-filled products that are out there on the market and you want to refine it, get some Relight. Or you can do what we do also, and we just make water with fresh juice or lemons and limes or bottled juice, and then we sprinkle salt in it, and that's how we make our homemade electrolyte drinks. Sometimes I'll add collagen to it, but these are nice, especially when all the kids are running out the door. They can just make themselves a hydration drink in their water bottles real quick. And then we take backup water as well in a bigger jug. So after they drink their hydration drink, they can just have regular water. And that's how we save money, and we don't buy a whole lot of packaged drinks, and we reuse. Here we have got all of our water bottles and things, all of our reusable water containers that we use. I am currently cleaning up the kitchen right now, and we've got water bottles everywhere. So they're everywhere. And every night I gather them all up like I'm doing right now, and I'm gonna do a load of dishes. I'm gonna wash all the water bottles. We've got another busy day tomorrow. We've got golf, we've got mountain biking, and I don't think we have any appointments. So that's what we had going on this week. Busy week, it's been busy. So I'm gonna wash these dishes and get to bed. Tonight we made a big sheet pan of chicken tenders with Redmond's Real Salt seasoning mix, and then threw a bag of mixed vegetables down and roasted them up 450 degrees for about 25-30 minutes until the chicken's cooked through and dinner is ready, all on one sheet pan. All right, we made it to our hotel now, and fortunately we're staying at a suite, Comfort Inn Suites, and they have a little kitchenette cooker, which I didn't know, because if I knew that I probably would have planned it a little differently, but now I know suite means kitchenette or little kitchen. It has 0 utensils, 0 cooking, any pots or pans or anything, but I think you can get those from the front desk. You have to buy them. I brought my slow cooker because I thought we were going to be eating at the mountain bike race, and I was going to plug that into my girlfriend's camper that she had, and they had a generator. And so the plan was to stay at the mountain bike race until later and do that, but it was raining and dreary and cold, and we were just ready to get to the hotel. So we came here. It's about 7 o'clock, and I've got the pasta slow cooking. I'm going to show you that. And then I brought some mixed greens that we have put the Caesar salad dressing on, and then we're going to throw down some pasta, some rotini pasta in a bolognese sauce, and then we're going to put on some Parmesan cheese that I shredded up at home this morning. I brought our own plastic utensils and all that kind of stuff. And so this is dinner, but I haven't mixed the sauce yet. The sauce is on the bottom, warming through. So let me show you that. And then tomorrow when we get back down to the car, when we get back to the race, I'll show you our snack bin, because our snack bin is pretty epic. It's actually the plastic bin container that, if you guys were here last year, like back in November, December, I did a cast iron cleaning video, and I made a lye bath for my cast iron to clean it in. And you would think the lye bath in a plastic bin would get covered with grime and grit and disgustingness, but I just rinsed it out with water, and it's brand new, sparkling clean on the inside. So we are using that as our van snack container from now on, because it's big enough. We can fit lots of snacks in it for all the kids, and it fits underneath of one of the seats perfectly. It takes up the whole space underneath the seat, so it's a good use of space in that snack bin. And then we also got a bike repair box. It's like one of those plastic shoe boxes you can get them at Walmart, or you can get them at
any grocery store or department store type situation. It's just storage containers, the Stairlight, I think, brand. And I got that, and we've got bike tubes, spare bike tubes, bike chain lube, bike tools, bike manuals, all that stuff in it too. So I picked up one of those today, and we'll make a little kit, emergency repair kit for our bikes to keep in the van as well. But this is, it's nice and dark in here. I don't have a light. The light is on the stove. But you can kind of see, we just have a bolognese sauce with the rotini that I got from Azure Standard. It's the tri-colored pasta rotini because it's got a little bit of vegetables in there, so that's good for the kids. So we're just gonna serve these plates up and feed these children. Easy peasy dinner. And this is what we had last night, I think. Did we have this last night? We had this last night, and I made a double batch so that we would have leftover for tonight so that we could just reheat and eat on this trip and save us from going out to eat, save us that money. Normally in this situation we would go out to eat, but we're just trying to pinch pennies here on this trip because we've got four more mountain bike races this season. And because we're in the Pacific Northwest, the weather is unpredictable and we never know what it's gonna do. So it rained on us multiple times today. It's sleet, hail, rain, all the things. It hasn't snowed on us yet, but we're just ill prepared for camping. We don't have enough gear for all 5 of our kids, all weather gear for everybody. So that's why we are in a hotel this time. But we hope to get, in the next year, we hope to get all of our camping gear squared away so that if we're still here next year and we do this again, we'll be able to stay at the mountain bike races for the whole weekend and have everything that we need, and we'll be comfortable. We won't be soaking wet and dealing with the elements. So with small children. So this is our dinner tonight, and I will share with you the snacks and the lunch and whatever we do tomorrow. Okay, so in my van, we've got this area underneath this front seat of this 15-passenger van. Every space under every seat is basically a different size. You can see, sorry, it wasn't focused. Every space under every seat is different in this van. I think maybe those 2 seats, these 2 in the second row, are probably the same space under the seat as those 2 seats. But this seat has a different space than the 2, 4, 6 seats. So this one has a wider space underneath of it. It seems like. I might be wrong. Maybe this will fit over there too. But in this wide space, I'm able to fit this Stairlight bin. Got my little, I didn't feel like making myself a water or anything, so I just grabbed a quick drink because we just got home. We're unloading the van, and I just wanted to show you guys a few things from the van. All right, so I'm drinking this is my husband's drink. But occasionally I will have one, especially if he brings home an orange vanilla. These are his work drinks that he takes to work with him. But I found this out in the garage fridge, so I'm enjoying that. All right, so in this bin was packed full of snacks, and the unhealthy snacks I did not offer. So these Pringles are still open because I didn't offer them to the kids. But we had a whole stash of these pure organic fruit sticks we get from Costco. We had those placed right there. There was a whole bunch of them. We had a bunch of these leftover Nature Valley organic bars from we do team snacks on occasion. So we had these left over from one of the team snack nights that we took for golf or mountain biking, I'm not sure. These Z-Bar s'mores that we got from the store the other day. We didn't even get into those. We didn't even open them, but they'll be in here for the next event or for whatever next thing we do. We'll just keep these snacks in here. Got Pirate's Booty. These meat sticks you can get from anywhere. We got Chomps. These we got from Costco, I think, or maybe Walmart. All stick without the ick. Grass-fed and finished beef. Chomps bars. We like those, especially for me and Aaron. That's what we'll eat to snack on. They're basically in here for us, but also the kids because they need a good, healthy protein. So we had a bunch of these Chomps bars. We were at the library and they do like a kids-free lunch thing. once a week, and they'll give a kid 5 lunches once a week. And so we happened to be at the library the other day, and that lunch truck was there. So we grabbed it, and then I brought all the sandwiches from those, and the kids ate on the sandwiches. And then in those lunch bags, they also had pretzels and Honey Maid crackers and saltine crackers. So I just took them all out and stuck them in here, and then put this in here for emergency snacks. And what else did we have? They also had jalapeno chomps beef sticks in here, or we had jalapeno chomps beef sticks. Oh, and these little fruit squeeze pouches. So I have a variety of these we got from, I think we got those from Costco. And then also in this bin, let me show you what else I had in here that got taken out and taken inside, but I'm gonna bring it back out because it needs to be. So I had a bunch of stuff in this bag that we took into the hotel, but it needs to stay out here in here for this purpose. So at races and things like that, we'll just have the option of boiling water on a little, there, it's not focusing for some reason. All right, I grabbed some of this organic fair trade instant coffee. Sometimes I take hot water in a bottle, so we have a large water bottle, stainless steel, I guess it's like a growler, and we put boiling hot water in there for coffee, for hot chocolate. And then here's the bag of, this is like sugar and coconut creamer for me. And then we also have coffee filters in there. I've got a bag of raisins in there and a bag of Redmond's real salt. So this stays in here too. Then we've got some little to-go coffee cups. I need to restash this. We grabbed these from the hotel, but I'm going to get a stash of to-go coffee cups for that purpose. And then of course we also have the Redmond's Relight Hydration. This is an electrolyte drink, and I will leave a link down below in this video's description. And with my code, you can save the most money on the internet. It is the best deal on the internet for Redmond's Real Salt products and their Relight Hydration products. And this is awesome. It's got a bunch of magnesium. Having the hardest time to get my phone to focus. There we go. Nope. Magnesium, chloride, sodium, potassium. So you're getting all the good stuff. It's made with coconut water powder, and it has natural flavors in it. So we got the mixed berry, and we love this. We have a whole bunch of flavors, but I've got extra of these, and this one's about half full. And so I'm keeping that in here because we bring our own water bottles and we bring extra water with us, and then we can make our own electrolyte hydration drinks on the road. So we've got that too. And then we just keep everything in there in this bin. Oops. Slides underneath of the front seat, or the middle seat, the passenger seat, kid seat. And then we can access it from the front, or the kiddos can access it from the back to grab their snacks. And that works out for us. Okay, I'm gonna finish unloading this car and get my kiddos. All right, we got our breakfast going. We've got pour over, got the Belgian waffle maker going, and we got the Easter egger waffle maker going. It's got Easter egg on one side. Here, bring your plate over, Hagen. Closer. Easter egg. And then, of course, we've got our Belgian waffle maker. Not quite ready yet. Nope, not quite ready yet. All right, friends, we're here in the well-lived-in kitchen. And I am throwing together some food for dinner tonight because we have practice and things like that going on. So it is mid-morning, and we've got to go pick up our milk from the farm, and that takes about an hour round trip. And so I've already started on our dinner for today, and probably tomorrow too. Honestly, we'll have leftovers. Today we'll probably have this on croissants or over rice, and then tomorrow we'll make something else, or I'll put it in a beef stew or something. I don't know. But we've got this chuck roast, and I've got it in some butter sauteing in the Instapot. And then I want to make a Mississippi pot roast, but I don't have any of the gravy powder mix, and I don't have any beef broth, and I'm not going to open up a can of chicken broth. I'm just not. So we're going to make do with what we have, because that's what we do in Katie's kitchen. We make do with what we have. So we've got some pepperoncini peppers here. I do have some ranch. I do have some onion soup mix. Onion. And then we've got some chicken flavored gravy mix. I know this is going to be a thickener, but hopefully I'm just going to use like part of it. We'll see. We'll see how this tastes. I'll let you know if it's decent, if my family loves it. I'm sure it'll be tasty, delicious, just fine. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to throw all these ingredients on top of this after this browns. I want to get it browned up. That's why we're sauteing it in the pan. Get it nice and browned up, and then we will add our other stuff. And then I'm going to hit the road. We're going to leave the house and let this cook. All right, so we've got this going right here. All right, so I'm currently eating a high-fat diet, getting ready for a HIDA scan of my gallbladder. And so I am eating the fat and the butter and the everything because I've got my scan in a few days. So they told me to eat a high-fat dinner, but I said, hey, why not just eat high-fat everything for the week leading up? Because I've been low-fat. I've had a low-fat diet for months now. Had a very low-fat diet for months. So, in honor of this HIDA scan that we're doing, we are going to fat it up and eat all the fat so that they can get a good image of what on earth it is that my pancreas is doing. So, I will be indulging in eating this chuck roast for the next couple days. This is going to sit for 4 hours in the slow cooker on medium, and then when it's all done, you can shred it up and put it on hoagie buns with a little bit of cheese, or serve it over rice and enjoy your Mississippi pot roast. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Thanks so much for joining me for this week's meal prep video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's been a long time since I've shared a meal prep video with you all. I hope that you enjoyed it. Here I am. I'm back at another practice in the car, and when we get home tonight, we're going to have the Mississippi pot roast, but I went ahead and edited this whole video together to get it out for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. If you have any dinner ideas for me, something unique, something delicious, let me know, because as always, I'm sure you've experienced it too. I'm in a dinner rut, so I could definitely use some delicious meal ideas from you all. And I will see you in the next video. Take it easy and have a great week. Bye.